Today I'm going to demonstrate making the Model T Christmas ornament. It's a slice form car that has a lot of little different elements that you can use to decorate your car to make it look very Christmassy. Little hollies, snowflakes, the date for the license plate. It's a slice form, as you can see. It folds nice and flat so that it can be mailed or put in an envelope to store for the next Christmas. There are a lot of pieces to make this card. As you can see, I've given you a 12 by 12 layout sheet that has all the pieces on it, so that you can actually lay the pieces on this form and follow this video. I have started by pre-assembling some of the pieces. So this is the front window of the card. It has an acetate window in it with some silver trim going around on both sides. The front end grille of the car is not done early because it has a lot of little points in there for adding the pieces to make the hinges. This silver piece will then be placed over the top of it to give it that decorative effect. This is the running board with the wheels on it. It has a little silver strip that goes across. That I have pre-assembled. This is the wraparound that goes around the car. It's the back end and side. In this example, I've used red, where the rest of them were black. That's piece M. The wheels on the car have been pre-assembled. They are put onto the car when it's completed, going over the running board. Down at the bottom, you will see there are many different little embellishments that you can use to make your card look more Christmassy. This is the steering wheel. It has a little silver that goes on after it has been assembled. So let's get started assembling this card. First, I'd like to demonstrate how the mechanisms work in putting together the car. The fold mechanisms are done through the use of a slotting method. There are little candy cane hoops that are smaller than the anchor that goes in it. So the easiest way is to put them together is by tilting, slipping it in, and then it will lay flat and put it in position. This is an extra piece that I cut off and made larger so that we could see them better. Slip it in and put down. Then the hinge is nice, folds back and forth. If it is covered up, as would be for the dashboard, those pieces can be folded and glued in place. The other types of assembly are the notches, which are similar in most of slice form objects. There's a top and a bottom piece. They just slide in place and then they hold, and the fold is very easy. Now to assemble the card. I am going to start assembling the card by assembling the inside pieces first. They have the pieces that actually attach to the rims of the card that hold it together. So let's pick up these pieces. We have 2K pieces, and the reasons they're back and back like that is my paper is textured, and I like to have the texture on the outside. One of these pieces has a larger tab on it. That's because it will have the steering wheel attached to it. The piece that these will be going into is the window shield piece. And as you can see, there's one piece hole that is larger. That will be the driver piece for the steering wheel. Now, depending on which side you want the steering wheel on, you can put it this way or this way, and you will get a right or a left steering wheel. There is a tiny notch at the bottom. You need to position that in and then slide the hook through. This one brings it clear out. The other one goes in very similar. These are the two middle pieces. Slip it. Sometimes laying it on the side makes it go in easier. And hook. So we have the two middle pieces in. Now I want you to use the L piece, which looks very much like both of these pieces, except it has the back wheel cut out. Put those on the end sides the same way you did the middle ones. With those pieces in place, the assembly has begun, and it's looking rather well. Now we're going to put the back seat in, the front seat in. The piece U looks like the tufted back of a seat. It will go behind the seat, hooking up there by using the slides. There's one slide for each piece in the assembly. Now it seems like it's pretty steady. We have other pieces that we can put in. Let's put in the V piece, which goes across the front. Same as we did in the back, they're just slides. I'm holding it upside down so those pieces won't fall out. The next piece I'm going to do is I'm going to put the wraparound piece around it. The end that has the little silver bumper will be in the back. This is the back of the card. I'm sorry, that's the front of the card. This is the back of the card. It will hook in at the bottom, hook at the top with the slide. There are two hooks on either side up and towards the front. There's a double hook here. Slide it in. Do the front hook. Do the same procedure on the other side. This wraps around, has been pre-folded, goes through the top hook, slides into the candy canes, front and back. And there you have the wraparound of the card. As you can see from my table, I only have 3 pieces left to do. So let's do the wheel first. This wheel has a double S hook, goes on the large hole. It just slips in there. It will be bent back, glued down the same as we did here with the little silver disc in the middle. It doesn't actually turn, but it just looks like, you know, a little wheel in there. The other pieces are the tire rims and the tire. They go on the side of the car. It has 2 different shapes. So the short shape is towards the front, and basically the rim of the tire well hooks onto the two tabs left, and the wheel goes through the J hook on both sides. Then you do the other one. Make sure that you have the correct side for the front so that they match. Slip over. Then the center hook goes through the middle of the wheel. As you can see, my car is now put together. Doesn't look too bad in a one-tone car. You might want to do a little research on the colors of a Model T. The pieces that you have left to put on are just stacking wheels together, putting them onto the wheel, and gluing down the center. The other pieces that you have are, the embellishments. If you want it as a Christmas ornament, you could make these as a wedding gift keepsake. The ribbon, I have tied this one through the slots so it hangs nicely. There are also holes in the seat, 2 center seats, if you just want a ribbon out the front. So I hope you have success putting together your car for Christmas ornament or a wedding gift or other occasions that might be presented to you. And thanks for purchasing my card, and hope you have fun putting it together.